Okay, good evening and welcome to Daily Double, part of Yeshiva YouTube. Tonight we're learning Orlah Perik Beis Mishnah Gimel Dal. Mishnah Gimel says, "Orlah Male as a climb as a Orlah, the Orlah as a Orlah." Orlah as a Orlah means Orlah and Neta Ravai. It calls Orlah Neta Ravai, which is the fourth year produce, right? Is also nullified by Orlah nullifies Neta Ravai nullifies Orlah. What does this all mean? Let's see. Kate said, "Saw Orlah shenafel l'matayim." Let's say you have one measurement, a saw of Orla, that falls into 200 parts of Chula. Now, it's not exactly 200 parts, 199 parts. Right? Achach nafla saw va'od Orla. Right? O saw va'od shel kilaya kerem. Zui sha Orla malas a as Orla as a Orla. So, you had one saw of Orla, and then Neta Ravai falls in, or Klaya Kerem fall in, right? So, each of these saw, you have a saw of Orla, saw of Klaya Kerem, or saw of Neta Ravai, saw of Neta Ravai. So if you combine the 199 of the Chulin and the one of Kilayim, so that's 200 to one of the Orla, or the one of Neta Ravai is 200 to one. So therefore, if you're looking at the perspective of Orla against everything else, it's 1 to 200. And similarly, when you're taking the Klaya Kerem, right? So it's one part. And 199 plus the one of the Orla, so that's 200. So everything gets batal, even though technically the ratio is really two Isser parts to 200, which is really a ratio of 1 to 100. Nonetheless, but in this case, both are batal. We view them independently. I'm going to explain this more in Ian Mitzion coming up next. Dal kol mechames matabel madameya betrumo ba'orla b'klaya kerem aser. When it comes to the Isra of Orla and Klaya Kerem, it's not just it's not always batal. For example, if it's machmitz, it's not always batal 1 and 200. Normally Orla and Klaya Kerem are batal 1 and 200. If it's machmitz, if you have a small amount of Orla, which is yeast, let's say, or is able to baking soda or something, helps it rise from a tabel, or it adds spices, or dameya, the truma of Orla Klaya Kerem, which makes it dimur, which mixes in to Orla Klaya Kerem, mixed into a pot, soup or something like that, or makes a loaf of bread, or produces spices in a soup, usr. Then it's usr, even if it's more than 1 to 200, because it provides a unique taste. So Beishamai Omrim af matame, even a little bit is matame. Beisil Omer by Orla Kalaya Karam, Beisil Omrim Eno matame ad Sheba Kabetza, the share of Tumas Ochlan only is a Kabetza, we know. So even though Beit Shammai says here it's different because we're dealing with Orla and Kalaya Karam, so you have the Tumas more Chomer, even if it's less than a Kabetza. Beisil says no, Tumas Ochlan is only a Kabetza. However, when it comes to the Isser of Asering it, of Orla and Kalayim, mixing in, so then in this case, by Tibul and Chimut, that is more severe than regular Nesinas Tam. We're going to talk about Nesinas Tam versus Lach versus Yavesh and Ian Mitzion coming up next.